Warning, unnecessary banter ahead. You have been warned. Continue at your own risk.
Hey, Darren.
Hey.
You remember that impossible pie you made a while back?
Yes, it's one of my all-time favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, it's our subscribers' favorites as well because it's the #3 video on our channel.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, I think it brought up so much nostalgia for everybody because it's one of those throwback recipes from decades ago. And people reminded me that Bisquick actually had a whole series of impossible pies. And there's another one that I had not made in years. And I had kind of totally forgotten about it. But I used to make it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to make it today.
All right. What is it?
It is a cheeseburger impossible pie.
Cheeseburger impossible pie.
Yes. Are you up to the task?
So you're asking me if I want to make it?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do it. Does it make its own crust?
It sure does. Just like that other impossible pie did.
Well, it still sounds impossible. So are you going to walk me through it this time?
I can, but I really think this one's so simple. You can do it.
All right.
Yeah, I'll walk you through it.
All right, great.
Okay.
Very good.
Do I have to kiss you at the end?
If you must.
Well, let's jump on in and you can make it with Darren.
Excellent. All right, let's go over the ingredients.
Okay.
They are super simple.
Yeah.
And so obviously we got ground beef. Looks like we got, I'm guessing, hold on. It's a 1 pound of ground beef. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Wow. Okay. How did I know that?
You're so good.
I am. 1 pound of ground beef. We're going to brown it.
Right.
And then we're also, at the same time, we're going to add some chopped onions.
Yes.
And how much is that?
Well, the recipe calls for a cup, but you can use whatever you like, give or take. That may be just under a cup. It's whatever we had left.
So we're going to brown those together.
Yes.
And then we're going to put those in a pie plate.
Uh-huh. Yep. We got the pie plate ready.
Right.
Right over there.
Okay.
Okay.
Got the pie plate.
Yep.
Then we got some milk, flour, and eggs.
Is that regular all-purpose flour or
Yeah, this is you can do everything with it flour.
the self-rising flour?
Oh, okay, yeah, self-rising.
And that's half a cup.
Half a cup,
Right.
2 eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Is that 1 cup of milk?
It is, yes.
Okay, 1 cup of milk. And then we're going to have some vegetable oil.
Yes.
What's that for?
Well, because the original recipe calls for Bisquick,
Yeah.
like the baking mix, and so it would already have some fat content in with the flour
All right.
mixture. But since we're just using the self-rising flour, we're just going to add a little bit of oil, and it'll create the same thing for us.
Okay. We also have some, what's this here sauce?
Yes, we sure do.
All right. And how much are we going to use of that?
Well, this is something we're adding that's not in the original recipe. So it's really just to taste. But I think we probably want maybe about a teaspoon or 2.
So we want about a teaspoon of what's this here sauce?
What's this here sauce? Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then we got a little bit of salt. And when do we put the salt?
We'll actually use the salt and put it on the meat while we are cooking the meat with the onions.
Okay. All right. And cheese, of
Yes.
course, with this cheeseburger pie.
You can't have a cheeseburger without cheese.
Right. And then how much cheese we got?
That's about a cup.
All right. Our first step is going to brown the ground beef and the onions.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that we have our pan nice and hot.
Yes.
Is it already on?
It's on. It's on low. You may need to turn it up just a little bit.
Let's turn it up. It got a little sizzle.
Uh-huh.
And then do I break that up first and then add the onions?
It doesn't matter.
And just leave it there for a while?
No.
What?
No, you can go ahead and start breaking it.
All right, I'll break it up.
It'll brown much faster if you break it up.
You know, there's a song that breaking up is hard to do.
Yes, I do remember that song. Hey,
Hey,
how many people have you ever broken up with in the course of your lifetime?
you like all my previous girlfriends?
Uh-huh.
I never have, I don't think.
That's right. So how often would you say that you get in the kitchen to cook?
Full transparency.
Uh-huh.
Until today, I had no idea where the kitchen was.
That's not true.
To answer your question, honestly, I don't get in here and cook very often.
Yeah. No,
Hardly ever.
you don't. So we just kind of naturally settled into certain jobs when we got married. And I mean, not that they've stayed exactly the same the whole time over the course of our lifetime together, but the kitchen's kind of always been my domain, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I do most of the cooking. So he does lots of things to help out, but the kitchen's not really his realm. So
Really, I guess really the only thing that I do kitchen related would be to grill. I like to smoke and to grill.
oh, and let me tell you what, he is good with smoking some meat. Maybe we'll have to do a video where you do something like that this summer.
Maybe so.
Y'all tell us in the comments. Do y'all want to see Darren smoke some, I don't know, a Boston butt or a brisket? Ooh. You did a mean brisket.
Yeah.
You did that. Oh, that's delicious.
But probably my favorite dish would be chicken thighs on the bone.
Yes. Oh, those were so good.
Okay, we're getting closer.
Okay.
Still a little bit
Let me
red.
take a look at it with the camera.
Okay.
Yep, a little bit of pink, but it's starting to get there.
And so what about the grease in the pan?
Well, at the end, we'll just take a paper towel and soak up what little grease there is. Okay. This meat is really good. It doesn't have a lot of fat content in it. So we won't have a lot, but we'll just use a paper towel and soak it up. But if you have a lot of grease, you can drain it at the end. Hey.
How am I doing?
You're doing great.
Right.
Yeah. You're not gonna put that part in the video, are you?
Oh my. What do you think, babe?
Yeah. I don't see much pink at all, so I think we're good.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off.
Okay.
And then, looks like we do have a bit of grease.
Yeah, we do.
I'm going to try to...
That actually looks like a little more than we usually have from this type of meat. This was a different package. This was a new package, so... But yeah, we'll just get the paper towels and soak that out.
I got a couple here.
Okay.
Think that's enough, or do I need to get another paper towel?
Oh, maybe one more paper towel today.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I think that about gets it.
All right. Let me grab that.
Okay.
Now what?
Now we are going to put it in our pie plate. But first, let's spray the pie plate.
Okay.
All right. So just bring that ground beef and onion mixture over.
Okay.
And it just goes straight into the pie pan. Looking good. Now we can just put the cheese directly onto the ground beef and onion mixture.
Okay. All right. How much cheese did you say this was?
That's a cup.
1 cup of cheese.
And this is cheddar.
Yeah.
But, honestly, you can use whatever you have. Any cheese would work. And if you don't want to measure it, that's fine too. You just pretty much need a good covering of cheese over the meat.
Now
let's just scoot the pie plate over to the side, and you can mix up the rest of the ingredients.
Okay, just use this measuring cup here.
You know what we forgot to do?
What?
We didn't salt the meat while it was cooking, but that's okay.
All right.
Why don't you just get some salt now, and we'll just lightly sprinkle. You may just want to use your fingers.
Okay.
Because you'll get a little more even spreading. Yeah, just give it a couple of good sprinkles. Get maybe one more. What we really want is about a half a teaspoon.
Maybe just tie.
Yeah, just a little more probably.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So that'll take care of that.
All right.
So now we're going to mix up the rest of the ingredients in our little pitcher that already has 1 cup of milk.
Okay. Should I whisk the eggs first?
Yeah, you could give them just a quick stir before you add them in. They don't have to be completely mixed up, but if they get that process started, it helps a little bit.
So are these eggs from our son?
They are farm fresh eggs. I think these actually came from a friend.
I didn't know we had a friend who could lay eggs.
Oh my goodness. Y'all.
Okay. Go ahead and put it in the milk.
Uh-huh. Those 2 eggs go directly into the 1 cup of milk.
And then go ahead and add flour.
Yeah, you can add the half a cup of flour.
Half a cup of flour.
That's self-rising, remember?
It's self-rising.
So, yeah.
Yep. All right.
Okay. Go ahead and give that a quick mix, and then we'll add the oil and the Worcestershire. sauce. Well, you'll continue to mix it after you add these other things.
Okay.
Those lumps will come out. It'll be fine.
Okay.
So we're going to do 2 teaspoons of oil.
2 teaspoons. All right. So I got a teaspoon.
You got 1 teaspoon.
It's 1.
Oops.
2.
That's good.
All right.
All right.
And then.
And then you can go ahead and do the Worcestershire sauce too.
And how much are we doing of that?
And let's do a teaspoon of that. We just want to give it a little zing. We love the flavor that it gives to hamburger dishes.
You said 1 teaspoon or 2?
1. If you want to go for 2, you can.
Well, let's just do 1.
Now just give that a final mix.
Okay.
How's it looking? All those lumps out now?
I think we're pretty close.
Yeah. Looks good from back here. So.
Okay. All right.
All right. So now we just need to take our pie plate
Yes.
and pour that mixture directly over.
So the next step is to pour this right in.
Yes, pour it right over everything else. You're doing a great job.
Well, I have a great teacher.
All right. That looks delicious.
Yep.
You think it's got enough salt, or you think you need to do one more little sprinkle over the top?
Let's just do a little.
Let's do a little more, because those were really light sprinkles before. Yeah, that'll be good.
All right.
Okay.
Are we ready?
We are. We have the oven preheated to 350 degrees.
Okay.
So do you know how long this needs to cook?
No, I do not.
It needs to cook right about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Probably 30 to 34 minutes, give or take.
All right.
So let's pop it in, and we'll check ours at about 30.
Excellent. All right. So 30 minutes.
Yes.
All right, baby. It's been almost 35 minutes.
Okay. So we set it for 30 minutes, and then you gave it 2 more minutes.
Yeah.
And then it's taken 30 seconds to get here. So, okay.
All right.
So about 33 minutes. Ooh, it looks good.
What do you think?
It looks perfect. You did good.
It's looking good.
It's got sizzling right there on the edge. Can y'all see that? It smells delicious. As much as I know you'd like to dig into it right away,
Yep.
we need to let it sit for 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's going to be much easier to cut, and it will release from the pan easier
All right.
if we just give it that 10 minutes.
So I need to be patient,
Yes.
kind of like waiting on you to put all your makeup on.
Yes.
Okay.
We just have to be patient.
So I've done all the work, but I'm going to let you have all the glory. So why don't you orchestrate this taste test?
Oh, okay. I don't think there's any glory to this, but I'm going to cut a piece and give it to you to taste. Okay. So it's been 10 minutes, and it just slices right through. And you can see, I mean, it's very easy to release it from the pan. So just give it that 10 minutes, and you should be fine. Here we go.
Looking good, babe.
It does look good. All right. So you can eat this just the way it is, but you can also top it however you like to top your burgers. So I have some toppings over here. Have a little lettuce, tomatoes, and pickles. We have onions in the dish itself. You could put more onions. You could do avocados. Whatever you like on top of your burgers, go crazy. Let's get a couple of pickle slices in there. And then one thing we really like is this, the special sauce that a certain burger chain has. So you can buy some burger sauce now, and it's very much like that. So I'm going to top it with a little drizzle. Looks good.
Yep. All right.
All right, let's see how it is.
Let me try to get a little bit of this stuff here. It's looking good, babe. Of course, I did that.
You did that. You did a great job.
So you get the hamburger.
Mm-hmm.
You got the cheese.
Yep.
Tastes a little bit of the onion and that Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah.
It's not overbearing, but it's noticeable and good. And the toppings. Yeah. No, this is a great dish.
Mm-hmm.
Well, babe, it's a success. I'm going to call this one.
All right. You were a success. For sure.
Thanks, babe.
You are a success.
Well, I know.
All right. So I think that went pretty well.
Yeah, I think so too.
And the whole point of this is just to show how easy it is to put this together, even for somebody who's not that experienced in the kitchen, like Darren.
Which I'm not.
Yeah. But he did a great job, and anybody could make this cheeseburger pie. It is so yummy, and it's so easy, and it's going to be a real crowd pleaser for your family, too, I know. Well, thanks so much for joining us today here at Mary Catherine's Table. We always love it when you come along for the ride, too, and enjoy having you in our kitchen. And remember to go out today, find somebody who needs a little bit of kindness, and give them some of yours.
Hey,
Hey,
how about some of that kindness for me?
you just want a kiss.
Yes, I do.
Mwah.